distance. You are already dead. You just don't know it yet. But 19 hours
ago, you woke up in the most beautiful city in the Roman Empire, and everything was perfect.
The sun rises over Pompeii. It rises the same way it always does.
The city wakes up slowly at first, then all at once.
Someone, somewhere, is baking bread. You can smell it from your doorway. Wheat, char, warmth.
The bakeries on Via dell'Abbondanza lit their ovens before dawn. They always do. Children run past your legs without apology. A merchant drags open his shutters with a wooden clatter. Voices fill the forum like water filling a bowl. This is your city. You know every stone.
Vesuvius is visible from every street. It has always been there. You have never worried about it.
It is just the mountain. It is just the view. It is the last thing you will ever see on the horizon.
You don't know that yet, so you don't look twice. You have things to do.
The market is alive and loud and wonderful.
Stephanus is at his fulling shop. He is one of the most successful businessmen in Pompeii. His election notices are painted on walls across the city.
This morning, he is arguing over a delivery. He is annoyed. He waves his hand. He will deal with it later.
Asellina is arguing with a customer about the price of wine. She runs the best-known tavern on the street. Her name is painted on the wall outside, permanent and proud. She will never finish that argument.
Across the market, someone sets down a handful of coins mid-transaction. They never pick them up again.
Archaeologists will find them exactly there, exactly as they were left.
The garum sellers are doing good business today. Pompeii makes the best fish sauce in the empire.
Still sealed, still full. They will still be there in 17 rather than 100 years. Near one of the homes off the Via dell'Abbondanza, a dog lies in the shade.
Its collar is bronze, finely made. Someone spent money on that collar. Someone loved this dog.
They left it tied up this morning because they were coming back.
You walk through the market and you feel it, that particular joy. The joy of a city that is fully, completely alive.
Hold on to that feeling.
The ground moves. Just slightly. Just for a moment.
You pause. You look at the person next to you. They shrug. You shrug.
There are always small tremors here. There have been for years. There was a big one in 62 AD. The city rebuilt. The city always rebuilds.
This is nothing.
Somewhere behind a merchant's home, a dog refuses its bowl. It paces.
You don't notice. You are buying figs.
Across the Bay of Naples, a Roman admiral named Pliny the Elder stands at a window. He is one of the most educated men in the empire. He watches a cloud forming above Vesuvius. It is shaped like an umbrella pine, he thinks. He has never seen a cloud like this. He writes it down. He does not know what it means yet.
Neither do you.
What nobody in Pompeii knows right now, the mountain has been sealed for 1,800 years. The pressure building inside is...
You are laughing at something someone said. The sun is warm on your face. The bread smells incredible.
Then, the sound arrives before anything else.
Not an explosion. Deeper than that. A pressure change you feel in your chest before your ears understand it.
The ground shakes. But not like before. This is not a tremor.
The sky above the mountain tears open. A column of fire and rock and ash punches 30 kilometers into the atmosphere.
You can see it from every street in Pompeii. Everyone stops. Everyone looks.
And then, the ash begins to fall. Soft. It lands on your arms. It lands in your hair.
It lands on the bread cooling outside the bakery.
Some people laugh. They have never seen this before. It is almost beautiful.
Stay close to me! We have to keep going! The gates are right ahead!
But most stay.
Because you have seen eruptions before, hasn't everyone? Because the house is full of everything you own. Because your family is still inside.
Because no one tells you to run. Because you don't know the word. Pyroclastic.
Pumice begins to fall now. Heavier. Faster.
You hold a cloth over your head. You think, this will pass. You think, we will clean all of this up tomorrow.
You will never see tomorrow. The ash falls for hours. The rooftops begin to crack under the weight.
People press against walls. They cover their faces with cloth. They hold each other. You find a corner. You pull someone close.
You think about this morning. The bread. The warmth. The sound of the market.
You think, if I had just left when the ground first shook. If I had just...
At 1 a.m., Vesuvius surges. The eruption column collapses. What comes next is not fire. It is not ash. It is a pyroclastic surge, a wave of super...
It is 250 degrees Celsius. It does not slow down. It does not stop.
It takes 15 seconds. Then, silence. Real silence. The kind that has no end.
Over the next hours, 6 meters of ash settle over everything.
Over the forum. Over the bakeries. Over the garum jars.
Over every argument that was never finished. Over every coin that was never picked up. Over every doorway that was never walked through again.
She is still there, frozen in the last second. Her arm is raised across her face.
And the dog on the chain. Still there. Still pulling.
One man survived who saw it all from across the water. Pliny the Younger was 17 years old.
But a great number believed that there were no gods at all, and that this was the last eternal night of the world.
Pompeii was buried for 1,700 years.
When archaeologists finally found the city, the bread was still in the ovens.
They found the city frozen in time.
frozen in its last, most vibrant moment. Vesuvius is still there. It is still the view.
It is the last thing we will ever see on the horizon.